Imagine leaving college with no debt, bills, a degree, got to travel, and have a chance of a lifetime that not nearly a quarter students get to have, being a student athlete. I'm here to explain why student athletes should not be paid to play sports. College athletes should not be paid because college is a stepping stone in life, and like all other things in life, money takes away the true value of education and defeats the purpose of giving students a free education in return for their school spirit. According to CNN, a 24-hour news provider for the past 30 years, estimates that college can range anywhere from 20 to 50,000 depending on the type of school, and that includes books, food, housing, and education. From a trusted news source for the past 30 years and being a college student myself, I feel that those numbers are fairly accurate. Every student who signs a letter of intent and agrees to a scholarship in exchange for playing sports for their school knows that it's the school's job to make the money off of them. They agree to that. It's no different than a professional athlete signing a contract. Some argue that some colleges make mass amounts of revenue off these college athletes, which is true. But how do you think tuition, room, board, the bills, books, and the things that you're getting for free, such as jerseys and traveling, are paid for? Other programs that are supported by athlete funding are payroll, building funding, recruitment, and the seat that the college athlete is sitting in. It's impossible to be the victim when you are the enabler. According to SBN, the nature of a school at the university level is to make money through education. Like any other business, colleges get into default and close when they're not making enough money. According to US Today, on average, large schools such as Ohio State and Texas make anywhere from 140 to 160 million in revenue, but have about 125 to 135 million in expenses. ESPN recruiting leader Craig Hamburg says it best. This is life, and there's always going to be someone who makes more than you. You work your way up the ladder. If they don't like it, they should quit school and get a minimum wage job. I would also like to add that during this interview, he added that it had been 17 years since he graduated from college and he barely finished paying his last student loan. With that being said, I'd like to mention that that is a fair trade-off. An issue printed on October 24th, according to Fox News, college athletes are graduating at an all-time high. Why would people want to risk those rates being lowered? Paying athletes which make them choose a school based on the money they receive and not the value of their education, which is the true importance of college. College is intended to get people to the next level. Money would defeat that purpose. Being an athlete is a privilege, meaning they should not be paid, maintain good behavior, and the incentive should be getting their education for free. Now, my opponent Eric, on the other hand, seems to feel differently on this topic. My opponent feels the student athlete is treated like a business with no pay. He believes that students have high demanding schedules and that they risk long-term injuries and have insufficient insurance to cover them. So would a college athlete prefer to pay their fare to the next state that they're going to play in, or pay for their books, or get money? It's rather like an unpaid internship for a better job later in life. Like I said, a trade-off. No one is making kids go to school for the college. No one is making kids go to school. They and their families choose to do this. It is an agreement that is set up in a way that is fair in relation to the money to the schools making for their participation. Although students have demanding schedules, that's what their job is. The ability to go to school and be a part of an athletic program can be considered preparation for the real life. If they can't manage this, how will they manage to enter real life scenarios when the time comes? Eric also mentioned that college athletes run the risk of long-term health issues such as insurance coverage. In my opinion, Eric did not present examples that cover or represent validity of this claim. For example, it is only logical that when playing a professional sport or not, someone will get hurt. Eric failed to provide any statistics on an average of how many college athletes are really injured, if there are, and past athletes who are currently suffering long-term disabilities. In regards to insurance, the speaker did not show sufficient evidence that is current in this period of time. Most recently, President Obama allowed students to be insured by their parents up to the age of 26 if possible. The Obamacare was also established for people of all types of income. I would like to conclude this by saying that it gives me every reason to say college athletes should not get paid. Money is the root of all evil, and we wouldn't be helping a student out. It would actually be taking something away from them.